Hello friends. We got disconnected in previous video. We were looking for an inductor. Now for an inductor, the voltage of inductor is given as a Vt equal to L di by dt. As you know, the is given as voltage is directly proportional to rate of change of current, and L is a proportionality constant, which is nothing but a inductance. So what is the current? Current is given as I of t equal to 1 by L integrations which runs from 0 to t V of t dt plus I of 0. What is I of 0? I of 0 is initial current in an inductor, if any. Okay, so if this is an inductor, okay, then if that inductor was having some energy stored in it, then at particular time it will act as an inductor plus stored energy, it will pass to the circuit. Okay, so this is how we can write down the equation for current. Now what is the condition for capacitor? So if I draw circuit like this is a capacitor. Now what is the current in a capacitor? Current in capacitor is given as a C dv by dt, but voltage at particular time. Okay, so C dvt by dt, this is the current in a capacitor. So current is given as I of t, voltage is given as a V of t. Now what is how voltage equation is written for capacitor? V of t is given as, from this equation we can rearrange 1 by C integrations from 0 to t I of t dt plus if that capacitor was having some stored voltage in it, that is, that can be written as a V of 0. Okay, 0 means initial condition, initially if it was having some voltage stored. Okay, for circuit I can draw it like this. See, this is the capacitor. Okay, and I should draw the initial voltage in series with it. Okay, so these are the network equations for resistance, capacitor, and inductor. Now next point we will see is initial conditions. Now when we try to solve the differential equations in the network, we get some arbitrary constants. We get some arbitrary constant. Now the initial conditions are used to determine that arbitrary constant. Okay, it helps us to know the behavior of the element at the instant of switching. Okay, so there we can differentiate the conditions in three different types. First is just before switching, means when you try to switch the particular switch, what exactly happens just before the switching, so condition is mentioned at if the circuit was off for a long time, then it is represented as t equal to minus infinity. Okay, and if before making it on, just before making it on, it is t equal to 0 minus. Okay, so let me make it clear that the minus sign, this minus sign is used to the to represent the situation just before the switching. Okay, and the plus signature is, or plus sign is used to indicate the condition just after switching. This is just before switching. Okay, and infinity means steady state condition. Steady state condition. So whenever I want to say that the current just before switching, I will write as a I 0 minus. Okay, 0 means just before switching. Okay, minus is or voltage, it can be written as a V 0 minus. Okay, voltage just before switching. If just after switching, then I will write current as a I 0 plus. 0 represent initial condition, plus means before switching or after switching. If I want to represent a voltage just after switching, then it is V 0 plus. Okay. Similarly, coming here. So just before switching, it is represented as a t equal to minus infinity to 2 t equal to 0 minus. Now, what is just after switching? Just just after switching, condition is represented as t equal to 0 plus. T equal to 0 plus. When just after switching. And third is a after some time after switching. So that condition will write as after switching, and it is represented as a t greater than 0. Okay, so in whole this chapter we will deal with all these conditions: just before switching, just after switching, and after switching. Okay, now how particular component behave before switching, after switching, and after 2 minute time of switching. Okay, so first we will see for a resistor. So always remember that for resistor, current and voltage are related by V of t equal to R into I of t. Okay, so the current through resistor will change instantaneously if voltage is change, or voltage across the resistance will change instantaneously as current is change. Okay, so this will change instantaneously. Oh, is this condition same with the inductor? No. What happens with inductor? Now voltage across the inductor is proportional to, means VL is, as you know, I can write di by voltage across the inductor is given is proportional to rate of change of current, or else I can write as a V equal to L di by dt. You know. Now it is impossible to change the current through inductor by finite amount in zero time. If you want to do that, then we require infinite voltage across the inductor. Okay, so inductor does not allow an sudden or abrupt change in current through it, right? So if there is no current flowing, if there is a no current flowing through inductor at t equal to 0 minus, if no current is flowing at t equal to 0 minus, then inductor will act as an open circuit at t equal to 0 plus. Why? If no current is flowing, then at 0 plus means this is just before switching, this is just after switching. So if just before switching it was having 0 current, then just after switching, though it got supply, it will act as open circuit, so that current through it will remain as a 0. As you know, it opposes sudden change in current. Okay, now if the current of value I0, it flows through the inductor at t equal to 0 minus. Okay, now initially inductor is carrying some current I0. Okay, then in this condition, inductor can be regarded as a current source of I0 ampere at t equal to 0 plus. Then inductor will act as a current source. Okay, similarly for capacitor. Now current to capacitor is proportional to I of C is given as directly proportional to the rate of change of voltage. So it is not possible to change the voltage across capacitor in a finite, by a finite amount in zero time. So that requires infinite current through it, which is not possible. So capacitor opposes abrupt change or sudden change in a voltage, right? So if there is a no voltage in a capacitor at t equal to 0 minus, then capacitor will act as a short circuit, because in short circuit voltage is 0 at t equal to 0 plus. Okay, so at 0 minus, if it is having no voltage, then at 0 plus it should have no voltage, for that it will act as a short circuit. Okay, if the capacitor is charged to value v0 at t equal to 0 minus, then it can be regarded as a voltage source of volt v0 at equal to 0 plus. Okay, now let me summarize these conditions in a table. Now this is the initial condition, initial. Then we will see equivalent condition, equivalent circuit at t equal to 0 plus, and third condition we will take as a equivalent circuit at t equal to infinity. These three conditions we'll see. So if resistance is there, for inductor we will see, for capacitor, then inductor with some initial current I0, then capacitor with some initial voltage V0. Now if resistance is there before switching, okay, then just after switching it will act as a resistance itself. If inductor is there, then as you know, inductor will oppose a sudden change in current, so that it will act as a open circuit. If capacitor is there, so capacitor opposes sudden change in voltage, so it will act as a it will act as a short circuit, right? Then only voltage at it will be zero. Or if there is an inductor with some current through it initially, then it will act as a current source just after switching. If there is a voltage capacitor with some initial voltage, then it will act as a voltage source at that stored value just after switching. Now this is just after switching. Now what will happen at steady state? At steady state, resistance will remain resistance only, no change. But inductor, which was inductor when you, at 0 plus, it act as a open circuit. At infinity, it will act as a short circuit. Okay, at steady state, it will act as a short circuit. Similarly, capacitor is there, then at steady state, it will act as a open circuit because it will fully charge. Okay, similarly, if there is an inductor with some initial current, then it will act as a short circuit in parallel with the current source. And if there is a capacitor with some initial value, then it will act as a voltage source in series with the open circuit, right? So you need to remember this table. Okay, it is very important. Now let's try to solve example, but before that let's see procedure, how to solve the example. Procedure. Now what is procedure? First point, draw equivalent circuit at t equal to 0 minus. Okay, draw equivalent circuit for t equal to 0 minus. So the before switching action takes place, that is from t equal to minus infinity to t equal to 0 minus, network is in a network will be under steady state condition. So hence first find out the current, draw equivalent circuit at 0 minus, then find current through inductor IL at 0 minus, and voltage across capacitor at 0 minus. Okay, so first point is we need to draw equivalent circuit, then we will find out the current and voltage. Okay, next point, draw equivalent circuit, at t equal to 0 plus. Okay, we need to draw equivalent circuit at t equal to 0 plus. Okay, so this is just immediately after switching. If for to finding this particular condition, we need to replace all the inductors with open circuit. Okay, because it opposes sudden change in current, and capacitors with short circuit, right? Third step, initial voltage or current in the network are determined from the equivalent network at t equal to 0 plus. Okay, by using this network, find out initial voltage or current in the network. And then important step, initial conditions like di by dt at 0 plus, or dv by dt at 0 plus, or I can say d square I by dt at 0 plus, or d square v by dt at 0 plus. These are determined by writing integral differential equation for network for a circuit t greater than 0. Okay, just after switching section making use of the initial condition. Okay, so this is the procedure. Now let's solve the example so that you can understand it properly. Okay, so I'm taking very simple example first. This is of 100 volt. This arrow indicates what this arrow indicates. Previously it was open and we are going to close it. Okay, direction. This resistance is of a 1000 ohm. This capacitor is of a 1 microfarad and current is I of t flowing in the circuit. Now what has been asked in the network, the switch is closed at t equal to 0. Okay, so with the capacitor uncharged, find value of I di by dt and d square I by dt square at t equal to 0 plus. So we need to find out these values at t equal to 0 plus, right? So as per procedure, first we will find out, draw the network for t minus condition. Okay, so t at, I can say at t equal to 0 minus. So when switch was open, so circuit will be this only. So is there any current in an inductor? Okay, sorry, inductor is not there. Is there any voltage across the capacitor? No. Is there any current in a circuit? No. So I can see voltage across capacitor was 0. Current in a circuit was 0. Okay. Now next draw another circuit at t equal to 0 plus. So for t equal to 0 plus means switch is closed. Now when switch will be closed, capacitor will oppose a sudden change in a voltage. So it will act as a short circuit. Okay, you can see the table which we have drawn. So when switch is closed, capacitor try to maintain 0 voltage because initially it was having 0 voltage. Okay, this is the circuit. It is having current I at 0 plus, I can say now. Right? So what is the current? Can I write current equal to I 0 plus equal to voltage divided by resistance? So 100 divided by 1000, that is nothing but 0.1 ampere. Okay. Now let's draw circuit for t greater than 0 at t greater than 0. So what will happen at t greater than 0? Now at t greater than 0, okay, I have not told you this condition. Here when I say three conditions, this is one more condition, t greater than 0. Means in that condition your capacitor will now start to act as a capacitor only. Okay, so after steady state it may act as an open circuit or voltage source in series with the capacitor. Okay, so now it is 1 microfarad capacitor. This is 1000 ohm resistor. This is 100 volt voltage source. Now let's apply KVL for this particular circuit. So how to write KVL? From here we will start. So it will be 100 minus this 1000 into I, 1000 into I. Now I will write only I, okay, because I don't know whether this I is at 0 plus, 0 minus, t greater than 0 or infinity. I will just write down the I will write generalized equation. Okay, minus what is the current at capacitor? We have written the equation. It's 1 by C integration from 0 to t of a current. So I can write it as a 1 by C. C is 1 microfarad. So 1 into 10 raised to minus 6 integrations from 0 to t of I dt equal to 0. Right? Now let's differentiate this equation. Why to differentiate? Because what was asked? I di by dt, sorry. I di by dt, d square I by dt square. So I already we have got at 0 plus. Now we need to find di by dt. So for that we need to differentiate this equation so that here we will get di by dt in a circuit. Okay. When I differentiate, this 1000 will vanish constant, so this will become minus 1000 di by dt minus this 10 raised to minus 6 in numerator I can write it as a 10 raised to plus 6, so it will be written as a 10 raised to, just a second. Sorry. So it can be written as a 10 raised to 6 and integration derivative of this integration will be removed. So 10 raised to 6 I equal to 0. I got this equation, right? Now what I will do, I will rearrange this equation for di by dt. Okay, so it will be written as di by dt equal to, I will take this term on right hand side, so minus 10 raised to 6 I divided by this 1000. Okay, so this is the generalized equation. I will call it as a equation number 1. This is generalized equation di by dt equal to 10 raised to minus 6000 I. Okay, now what was asked? It was asked to find out I, di by dt, or everything at t equal to 0 plus. So what I will do, I will find out from this particular equation, I will find out di by dt. For that I will put I of 0 instead I. So I can say at t equal to 0 plus. Now this is the equation will be di at 0 plus divided by dt equal to minus 10 raised to 6 by 1000 into I at 0 plus. Right? Now I at 0 plus we are already have, that is 0.1. So substitute. So you will get as a di at 0 plus by dt equal to minus 10 raised to 6 into 0.1 divided by 1000. So it is nothing but minus 10 raised to 3, because these 3 will get subtracted from this 6. Minus 10 raised to 3 into 0.1, that is nothing but minus 100 ampere per second. So we have got di by dt. Now our next condition is to find out d square I by dt square. So what we will do, we will differentiate this equation again. So it will become d square I. Okay, so I can say differentiating equation 1 with respect to what time. So it will be d square I by dt square equal to minus 10 raised to 6 by 1000. What will be the derivative of I? It will be di by dt. Now this is generalized equation. So I can say at t equal to 0 plus, what will happen? This equation will be d square I at 0 plus by dt square equal to minus 10 raised to 6 by 1000 into d by dt of I 0 plus. Okay, so di by dt at 0 plus already we have calculated, that is minus 100. So substitute and you will get d square I at 0 plus by dt square equal to minus 10 raised to 6 by 1000 into minus 100, which is nothing but 10 raised to 5 ampere per second square. Okay, it is double derivative. Okay, so this is how we have got I di by dt and d square I by dt square for particular condition, that is 0 plus. Okay, now let's solve one more example. Okay. So here switch arrow indicates that switch was initially closed, then it is opened. Okay, here it is given as a v of t. There is an inductor and some resistance. Okay, actually I should take an example with resistance and inductor together. Just a second. Okay, I know as I have drawn this example, first we'll see basic of this example, then we'll see such example that it will have some initial value. Okay, so we need to find out v dv by dt and d square v by dt square. So how to find out? First draw circuit at 0 minus. So at t equal to, at t equal to 0 minus, what will be circuit? This switch will be closed. right now initial switch was closed, no, so this will be the only circuit, this whole right hand side will vanish, this will be the only circuit. Okay, so this current source is of 1 ampere. Sorry, I forgot to write the value. This is 100 ohm, this is 1 henry. Okay, so at particular t equal to 0 minus, this switch was closed. So when this switch is closed, these all terms get vanishes because it is short circuit. So in that condition, what is the current to inductor? Inductor will not have any current, so it will be 0. Okay, now at t equal to 0 plus, you open the switch, but instantly current through inductor cannot change, so I can directly write that current through inductor at plus is again 0. Okay, no need to calculate because it is opposite sudden change in current. But what will be voltage at particular this point? It will be V at 0 plus equal to this resistance into the current V into I. So 100 into 1, 100 into 1, that is 100 volt. Okay, now let's draw the circuit for t greater than 0. Means after some time now, initially inductor was acting as a open circuit, now inductor will act as an inductor itself. Okay, I will draw the circuit for 0 plus. I have not drawn. It can be like this. See, this is the circuit, means inductor will act as open circuit as it opposes sudden change in current. Resistance will remain as it is. Okay, for this particular condition. Now at t greater than 0, your circuit will be, what will happen? Now inductor will act as an inductor itself. So this is inductor and this is resistance. This is the circuit. Now we need to write down the KVL, KCL. Now we'll see. Now instead KVL will apply KCL equation here. Okay, this is V of t. It was given previously in numerical. So we'll apply KCL equation. Or this is 1, this is 1, this is 100. So V, this 1 ampere equal to the incoming current equal to this current plus this current. So 1 equal to V of t divided by 100, this for this current, and for this current I can write down current in inductor as 1 by L integrations from 0 to t V of t dt. Okay, so if we differentiate this particular equation, we will get new equation as a 1 upon 100 for this value. For Vt it will become dv by dt. I will write generalized equation, dv by dt plus this integration sign will vanish, only v will be there, and this 1 will be differentiated to 0, constant. So I got this equation. Now I can say at t equal to 0 plus, I will have to consider conditions at 0 plus. So I can write down as a dv at 0 plus by dt. Okay. Or before that, even I can rearrange this equation. Okay. How to rearrange this? I can rearrange like for dv by dt, I can take 100 there, or even you can keep it as it is, no issue. Now I can rearrange dv 0 plus by dt equal to, what I will do, this v at 0 plus. So this 100, what I will do, I will take this v on this side, so it will become minus v. Then I will take this 100 from denominator, here it will be multiplied, so minus v into 100. Okay, minus v into 100, but that v is at a 0 plus, so I can say it like this. See, minus 100 v at 0 plus, am I right? Okay, so it is nothing but minus 100 into, what is voltage at 0 plus? Voltage at 0 plus was, here we have solved it, 100 volt only. So I can write it here, so it will be minus 10,000 volt per second. Okay, so to find d square v by dt, I will we will again differentiate the equation. This equation is 1. Okay, we'll differentiate and we will get the equation as 1 upon 100. This will become d square v by dt square plus this v will become dv by dt equal to 0. Okay, so at 0 plus, the equation will become as a d square v by dt square, okay, equal to minus 100 dv by dt at 0 plus, because this will come on this side, so minus side, and this denominator will come over here. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the condition. So what will happen, from this particular equation, this dv by dt will come on right hand side, it will come minus, and this 100 will come and will multiply it. So this is the new equation. Now dv by dt at 0 plus we are having already, it is minus 10,000. So we can write down at 0 plus minus 100 multiply by minus 10,000. So it is nothing but I can direct minus 1 plus 10 raised to 6 volt per second square. Okay, so this is how we can solve the examples, right? Now we will see one more example. Okay, we will solve one more example where there is some initial condition. Okay, see, there is a circuit. Generally in exam, this type of network is asked. Okay, so direction of switch is like this. Means initially it was at this position, then it comes at this position. This is position 1, this is position 2. This is 10 ohm, this is 1 Henry. This resistance is a 20 ohm, this is 20 volt, and it is having current I of t. Okay, so what is asked? Okay, the question is, in the network shown, the switch is changed from position 1 to position 2 at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, it is changed from 1 to 2. Okay, steady condition having reached before switching. Important point. Steady condition reached before switching. So before switching it on, the steady state was reached. It means inductor will have some initial current. Are you getting? So we need to find out value of I di by dt and d square I by dt at t equal to 0 plus. Right? So first we will draw circuit at t equal to 0 minus. So what will happen at t equal to 0 minus? This switch will be at position 1. Okay, so it will be like this. Now they said that the circuit was at a steady state before switching only. Means if this particular switch was at position 1, okay, and before switching it from 1 to 2, steady state was reached. Means already inductor has reached to steady state, and we all know that when inductor reaches to steady state, it will act as a short circuit. Now are you getting? You can see the table which we have drawn. So this is 10 ohm, this is 20 volt, and current is I at 0 minus. So what will be current? I at 0 minus is given as this 20 divided by this 10. 20 by 10 means 2 ampere. Right? Now at t equal to 0 plus. Now at t equal to 0 plus, switch is taken from 1 to 2. So now new circuit will be this resistance. This is resistance. Now here there is a twist. Right? Now inductor is having some initial current in it. Of what ampere? Of 2 ampere. Are you getting? Means initially it is 2 ampere current is flowing, no? So now inductor will act as a current source of 2 ampere. Are you getting what I am saying? Inductor is having initial current at t equal to 0 minus. In circuit there was a 2 ampere, and inductor was reached to steady state. So now inductor will act as a current source of a 2 ampere. This is just after switching. This is 2, this is 20, this is 10. I at 0 plus. Okay, so directly I am getting current. I can say I at 0 plus is nothing but 2 ampere. Now the twist is, let's draw circuit for t greater than 0. Means this was before switching, this just after switching. Sorry, this was the given circuit. This is before switching, this is just after switching. Now after some time, what will happen? Inductor is having current 2 ampere. At the same time, it will act as an inductor itself. It will try to store energy. So now circuit will be, see, it is very important. Now circuit will act, inductor will act as an inductor itself. At the same time, it will act as a current source also of 2 ampere. Okay, are you getting what I'm saying? Before switching, before switching, inductor has reached to steady state. So just after switching, it will act as a current source, and after again some time, it will act as a inductor itself with parallel current source. If capacitor was there, then it will act as a capacitor itself in series with the voltage source. Okay, so now I can write the KVL equation for this. What will be equation? This is 20, this is 10. So I can say 30 minus 30I minus 1 here current L di by dt, sorry, voltage L di by dt, 1 di by dt equal to 0. Okay, so at t equal to 0 plus, I will replace value with all 0 plus value. 30 I at 0 plus minus di at 0 plus by dt equal to 0. Okay, so di at 0 plus by dt equal to minus 30 into I of a 0 plus is what already given 2. So minus 30 into 2, it becomes minus 60 ampere per second. Okay, now we will differentiate this equation. Which one? This one. We will differentiate this equation to get d square I by dt square. So it will now become differentiating equation. I'll say it 1. So it will become minus 30 di by dt, right, minus this will become d square I by dt square equal to 0. So at 0 plus, at t equal to 0 plus, this will become as a minus 30 di at 0 plus by dt minus d square I at 0 plus by dt square is equal to 0. Okay, so if I rearrange this equation, even I am having values, what I can write down, I will take this on the right hand side, so it will become d square I at 0 plus by dt square equal to minus 30 into di of a 0 at dt. What is its value? See here, di by dt at 0 plus is minus 60. So 30 into minus 60. So it will become 1800 ampere per second square. Are you getting? So this is how we can solve the example with previous value. Now one simple hint, instead inductor if there is a capacitor, okay, then here it will act as a open circuit because of a steady state. Here it will act as a pure voltage source, and here it will act as a voltage capacitor in series with the voltage source. Capacitor in series with the voltage source. This is the only difference. Otherwise, remaining all things will be same. Okay. In next lecture, we will see the examples on the different combinations like RL, RC, and RLC circuit. So this will stop here. Thank you.